Hello, everybody. I'm back to the terrible camera quality today because it's kind of dark out. So, you guys were here last time. If you remember, the whole webcam thing was a bit of a failure because it was too dark to pick up, my face. So as I said, I'm going to be reading questions from the community post that I made earlier. So I probably won't be paying as much attention to the live chat because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going off the community post. So let's just start. Let me find the post. Here we go. We've got 43 questions. So let's start. So let's go newest first. Let's do that. So someone's asked me a couple of questions in one comment. I'm curious about your opinion on Marillion. I love Marillion, actually. I don't think I've mentioned that too much on my channel, but I really do like them a lot. I've got a couple of their albums. I'm more of a fan of the Fish era of Marillion. I love his presence. It's absolutely fantastic. And also my opinion on the album Quadrophenia. Fantastic album. Someone asked, do you like post-rock? You'd have to give me some examples of post-rock bands because I'm not really familiar with the genre, but I know of it. Yeah, so the person who's asked the Marillion question, I literally just answered it. I love them. So the next one we have here is, have you heard any stuff from Chicago? I'm assuming the band Chicago. I know bits and pieces. Hello to everyone who's here. We've got 51 people. Thanks for joining. So next one. If you were able to make a living from music, would you rather be involved in the playing, production, or talking and writing? I probably want to be more in the behind the scenes because that's what I'm going to be studying soon. So I would definitely say I'd rather be production side because that is something I'm more confident in. I do love playing, but I'm more of a fan of taking recordings and messing with them. So let's see. Someone said favorite band that's not from the UK, USA, Germany, Canada, or Italy. I like Focus, and they're Dutch, I believe. Yes, I think that Focus. I like them a lot. Let's see. So someone said, when are we getting a review of that nice vinyl copy of Thrak you just acquired? We'll just have to find out. And then within that question, you have 2 weeks with an unlimited budget. Where do you go and what do you do? Well, COVID at the moment means I can't really go anywhere outside of the UK, but I would go to record stores and support all the independent ones by just buying bucket loads of records because, going through the secondhand section, you could pick up so much stuff for, an unlimited amount of money. So next one. Someone asked if I know anything about Nightwish. I know of the group. Never listened to them though. Someone said, have you heard any post-Red King Crimson? Yes, as I mentioned before, I've listened to Thrak, which is in the 90s, but I've not listened to anything in the 80s. I know a lot of people talk about Discipline, which is one that I've not actually listened to yet, surprisingly. I'm getting around to it. Don't worry. Someone said, thoughts on King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? Well, my boyfriend's a big fan of him. Can say that. I've got one of their albums that I really like, but not quite into them yet. I've not really listened to much of their stuff. Let's have a look. What do you think? Someone said, who do you think is the most underrated group of the 70s? Prog group of the 70s. I'd say Gracious are probably in there. Gracious are a fantastic band. Check them out if you haven't yet. Someone said my favorite movies. This is Spinal Tap is one of my favorite films ever. It's so funny. Almost Famous, School of Rock. I know I'm mentioning those are music films, but aside from those three, my favorite non-musical films would probably be I like Taxi Driver, The Godfather. Oh, Pineapple Express is a great film as well. There's so many good films out there. Someone just said, am I going to upgrade your speakers? I don't have a lot of money, so probably not at the moment. Someone said, do I write lyrics? No, I am so bad at writing lyrics. Very bad. And someone said, or in the same comment, have you been invited to be a guest on Sea of Tranquility? Would you, if asked? If I was asked to be featured on Sea of Tranquility, I would 100% say yes. I'm a massive fan of the channel. I watched a lot of his videos before I did before I made my channel, and during the making of my channel. So, you know, I'm a big fan. Opinion on Opeth? Big fan. In this house, we love Opeth quite a lot. Favorite Who album? Either Who's Next or Quadrophenia. Ummagumma first or second disc, and why? I mean, I prefer the live part of Ummagumma more. Just I like the live experience. I love the live Pink Floyd stuff. I'm not as familiar with the studio side of, but oh well. I don't hear much about Jethro Tull on your channel. Are you a fan? Absolutely. I thought I talked about them quite a lot. I guess I don't. Same with Marillion. I thought I talked about them a lot more, but I guess I kind of just skip over them a bit. But I love both of those groups and probably prefer Jethro Tull a lot more. What's your opinion on prog bands that changed their style after the genre decreased in popularity? I think that some bands have had good moments in the 80s, but as a whole, I'm more of a fan of the 70s stuff. I mean, there's stuff that Genesis did in the 80s that I think is all right. Same with Yes. I haven't listened to any of the King Crimson 80s stuff, but it's all right. I mean, I just probably wouldn't buy the albums. I'd probably just listen to them songs on Spotify. Someone said pizza or pasta. Was that spaghetti? I like both, but I prefer pizza. Vegan pizza from Domino's, especially. It's my favorite. Some people consider Pet Sounds the first prog album. Do you agree? I think it's in the same boat as Sgt. Pepper's, where it's not actually prog, it's progressive, but it's not your typical progressive rock. I'm a big fan of it. It's definitely got prog elements, just like Sgt. Pepper's, but I wouldn't call it a prog album. I'm not sure what I'd consider the first prog album. Probably the first Procol Harum album. There was a lot of things before in the Court of the Crimson King that I think have a big part to play in the history of progressive rock. Someone talking of films, someone said, which music related films do you like? So I mentioned Spinal Tap, Almost Famous, School of Rock. That's how I was introduced to Rush and stuff like that. Trying to think, because I do like a lot of musical film. I wasn't so much of a fan of Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, I saw it in the cinema twice. But first time I went with Johan, and that was like our first date. And second time I went with my mum, because my mum's a big Queen fan. But yeah, I wasn't really much of a fan of Bohemian Rhapsody because they skipped over how John Deacon joined the band, which is a crucial part in a band's history. Okay. Someone actually talking. What's your favorite musical biopic? Yeah, I'm not really much of a biopic fan. When it's done right, it's done right. There was one about Joy Division that I quite liked. But as I said, the Bohemian Rhapsody film, I didn't really. The more times I saw it, the more times I realized that it's not actually that good of a film. And whatever. What are your guys' thoughts on Bohemian Rhapsody? I mean, personally, I thought it was good when I first saw it, and then looking back on it, wasn't much of a fan. Let's see. What is your favorite brand of bass guitar? Mine is Rickenbacker for a bass, and for a guitar, probably an SG because I own an SG and it's very good. Oh yeah, someone said, "What was your reaction to What was your dad's reaction to the Grateful Dead CD?" He loved it. I think that my dad really liked it a lot. Someone said, "Very simple but hard. Gilmore or Waters?" Oh man, that is a hard question. I think that Roger Waters did a lot of great songwriting. So I'm not sure actually. Both are great musicians, very accomplished people, but they have two very different styles. So I'm not very sure really. I'd probably be in the middle. Because sometimes I think that some of Roger Waters' stuff is a bit overindulgent, but it works because I'm a big Pink Floyd fan anyway. But when you're that popular, then what is the first album you heard that made you a prog fan? Rush 2112. That was the first older prog album that I really fell in love with. If I'm going back even further, I'd probably say Dream Theater, but I had no idea that Dream Theater were even prog, because when I discovered Dream Theater, I was still into like Iron Maiden and crap. So, yeah. Big Iron Maiden fan still. I've got my Eddie flag here. Someone said, in your opinion, which of these groups had the perfect streak of albums? King Crimson, Gentle Giant, ELP, Yes, or Genesis? King Crimson had a very good streak of albums from 1969 to 74. I mean, it was just album after album was so good. And the same with ELP. I mean, they kicked off with why am I forgetting that? They kicked off with the self-titled, and then they had that streak up to Brain Salad Surgery, which is just all of those albums so good. Same with Gentle Giant, actually. That's a good one. What is I'm going to read this one here because that caught my eye because I saw Pink Floyd. What is the very first Pink Floyd you remember hearing? First Pink Floyd album I remember hearing was Metal, and it was Echoes in particular. That was the first. I did not know anything about Dark Side of the Moon for about a year, but I knew Echoes. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of early Queen. Someone talked about early Queen down there. I'm a big fan. That's my favorite Queen era. Is like the early stuff. And the last one on here is favorite bass player of all time. That's a good question because I've got loads of favorite bass guitarists. But if I had to kind of knuckle it down to one, I'm probably going to go with either Geddy Lee or Chris Squire. So one of those two. And that is the favorite Dream Theater album, Octavarium. It's a fantastic album. And I could say anything about Dream Theater and whatever my favorite Dream Theater album is, and someone will comment like, why do you like Dream Theater? Like, I just don't get that. I just don't. But yeah, that is the that is all of the questions on there. So I'm gonna read some from here because tomorrow I'm working, so I can't go to bed too late to start at 10. Let's have a look. So many. Yeah, there's some questions here that I can't answer. Which one is better, Camel or Van de Graaff Generator? I mean, I've listened to more Van de Graaff Generator, so... Well, I mean, they're two completely different sounds, and I'm a fan of both. Oh, thanks to everyone who's congratulating me about the Prog magazine thing. It's been, you know, really, really fun. And it was really good. It was really good to talk to the people there, because they're very, very lovely people. Please answer my questions. I think I just answered one of them, I think. Are you a fan of Horse Lips? Yeah, I am, actually. My mum really liked them and didn't even realize they were prog for a long time until me and my dad were like, yeah, that's prog. Favorite live Yes album? It's gonna have to be Yes Songs. It's a great recording. Yeah. I've never heard of The Residents. I am very sorry. I like garlic bread, yes, but it can't be. I'm vegan, otherwise I can't eat it. Someone said that I bring a non-pretentious energy to your topics. Thank you very much. I always worry that I come across too pretentious. I really try not to, and it's like I get really scared sometimes about some of the things I say on video because I'm like, is someone gonna think I'm too pretentious? Nah. And then, you know, I'll worry about it. Are you into the Dead now? I guess you could say so, yeah. Have you listened to any of the more recent Rush albums? I mean, I've listened to Clockwork Angels. I think that's the name of it. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fantastic album. Do you eat vegan fry-ups? What's a fry-up? As in like what's a fry-up? I'd like to know. I'm a Frank Zappa fan. Look up there. You can't see because of the poor camera quality, but he's there. Yeah. How about krautrock? I do like that. What is my favorite Yes album? Close to the Edge, always will be. I kind of have a very kind of personal thing with that. Same with the Yes album. I did a review of the Yes album recently. I honestly did it because I wanted an excuse to re-listen to that album, and I just thought I want to write about it. So, you know, there we go. Thanks for being the voice of us young prog fans. Yes, there are a few of us, but we are great. Gentle Giant. Yes, I'm a big Gentle Giant fan. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I do like a lot of their music. What is your opinion about Klaatu? Is that how you say it? I've never heard of them, sorry. Alice Cooper fan? Yes, I like some of them. I love your channel. Thank you very much. Favorite Gentle Giant album? Three Friends. I love the concept. Best albums to get a friend into prog. I did a video just about that topic. So if you go onto my channel and you find the want to get into prog video, it's like my feature video. send that to them, because that will, that it has that whole explanation there. No, I don't follow sports. Not a sports person. I can see a lot of people are repeating their comments, and I think some of them I've actually talked about already. So, yes, I like PFM. Do you like hip hop? Not really. Very sorry. Not really much in that. Thoughts on Deep Purple? Big fan. Come on, guys. Let's get some more questions, because a lot of you guys are giving me recommendations and I'm very thankful for them. But this is a Q&A video, so I would like if you guys could just ask some more questions. You're welcome to, recommend me things, but I'd like to answer questions as well. Best instrumental. So many good instrumentals. I like Red, the actual title track. Where did your dad see the dead? I know one of them was in Wembley Arena, which had a different name back then, but I don't remember. And the other one was Alexandra Palace. So the first one was 1972, second was 74. Favorite concert I've attended? Probably the Iron Maiden or Dream Theater. Did you go to any rock bars? I'm not really much of a bar person. Favorite flavor of tea? You see, that is the kind of questions that I like answering. My favorite tea is probably peppermint. I'm very much a herbal tea person. I think that adds to my almost hippie persona. But I'm very much into my herbal teas. Putting lavender in my bath, burning incense, being a vegan. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well for the hippie lifestyle. I mean, I've got loads of cool hippie clothes that I don't really wear in my videos, but maybe I will. Favorite Woodstock act? Well, I'm probably going to have to say Jimi Hendrix. What are you going to study at uni? Music production. Have you ever listened to... Yes, I have listened to David Bowie's Heroes. I think I mentioned that a couple minutes ago. Favorite Mike Oldfield album? On My Dawn. Tubular Bells was great. Are you into horror movies? Used to be. I like chai, yeah, and I like green tea. Anything that just doesn't have like milk in it. Do you like System of a Down? Oh my god, yes, I love System of a Down so much. They were like my favorite band for like ages and ages. I was so happy that they reissued their albums on vinyl. Like, I was so happy because I was able to get Mesmerized on vinyl. One of my all-time favorite albums. It's Become the Night a Boomer. I don't know, but I do like his channel occasionally. Don't really like his views on the Grateful Dead though. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, the thing is, I love, breakfast tea, English tea, whatever you want to call it. But it's just, a herbal tea is so much nicer, because I can't really have proper tea anymore. So I kind of moved to drinking like that kind of herbal teas and all that kind of stuff. And no chippies. I know. I low key miss having my Friday night chippy, but that's just how I've decided to view things. Awesome. Do you like Van Halen? Absolutely. Do I have any Bitcoin? No, I don't really know what that means. I know what Bitcoin is, but no, I don't. Being vegan, you've been vegan for 25 years. Good on you. Jeez, that's great. Heaviest prog rock track you've heard? Starless is pretty good, pretty up there. Favorite System of a Down album is probably Mesmerize. That is like a childhood one basically for me at this point, because I loved it when I was like 12, 13 years old. Favorite non-British, non-prog band? Probably Metallica. Well, there's probably more out there, but that's the one that comes to mind first. I mean, I do love Red Hot Chili Peppers as well. Do you put milk in your tea? No. Well, sometimes if I'm having English breakfast tea, I'll put oat milk in it. What do you think about the needle drop? I've actually never watched any of his reviews. I'm actually not really familiar with his channel at all. I know he's a very big channel, but funnily enough, I don't know. My favorite prog band, probably Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Favorite Marillion album, Script for a Justice Tear. I do know some Italian prog, yes. Have you ever been to the Netherlands? I haven't, no. I have actually done a video on my setup, on my vinyl setup. It was quite an old one, so if you were going to look for it, you'd have to scroll right to the bottom. Yes, I have heard of Magma. I do like Magma. Will you do a video playing bass? Think about it. I'm very, very self-conscious. I do pay attention to the Prog Awards, and I would love to go to them one day. I would actually really like that. Favorite city? Outside of really where I live, probably the places that I went to in Germany. I don't know if they count as cities, but they're, I think so. Berlin's a city, I guess. It's a capital. So probably Berlin. As a singer, definitely Peter Gabriel. More of like a charisma. And I like that. Favorite guitarist, Tony Iommi. Has been for so long. Ever been to America? Yeah, I've been to America 3 times, but I've been for a couple of years now. You said you emphasize not to sound too pretentious and snobby. What is your opinion on people who are like so in the prog community? I don't really like people who gatekeep or like are snobby about people's taste. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you like this band? Or what the hell? Why would you like that?" I don't like those kind of people. But it is what it is. What do you eat for breakfast? I eat cereal, fruit and fiber. Have you listened to any PFM albums? Yes, I have. Right, guys, I know it's only been half an hour, but I am super tired. I've been up since 7:30 this morning. As I said, I work at a theme park, and I hate my job. I'm actually planning on quitting, because it's really not fun. I do not watch Top Gear. What bass do I own? I own a Squire P bass. It's a beautiful looking bass. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. No, I won't get it as of now. How are you doing today? I'm very, very tired. To all the people asking me if I've done drugs, I'm not going to answer those questions. I'm on YouTube. This is something that, I can't talk about on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to specify what theme park I work at because, I don't want to give too many of my details away on the internet, but it's a Merlin attraction. If you're in the UK, you know what the Merlin attractions are. So it's one of those places. Someone asked me what the meaning of life is. Oh my god, I'm too tired for this. Meaning of life. I feel like life, live it, You always regret the things that you don't do. Sometimes you shouldn't do things, but, if it's something that, the heart wants what the heart wants. 42. Yeah, there we go. I should have just said that. I should have just said the meaning of life is 42. Right, I was just checking something. I respect other music other than prog. A lot. I know I'm called Neve the prog nerd, but I listen to so many other genres of rock under the big rock spectrum that isn't just prog. I'm very much into anything like, psych rock, jam music, jazz, blues, soul, metal, hard rock, whatever. I'm not discriminating. I like some pop stuff, I love Atom Heart Mother. Fabulous album. I do not follow sports. Yes, I'm planning on doing a possible review of that album, the transatlantic one. Yes, it is a Trooper banner. There we go. I got it when I went to see Iron Maiden in 2018. Favorite album cover? So many. I did a whole video about it, and I couldn't ever pinpoint one. I love Tears for Fears. They're great. Are you a feminist? Well, the definition of feminist is equal rights for both genders, and I think that definition has been altered by people, extreme feminists, who, man haters pretty much. I'm not a man hater. Definitely not a man hater. But, the definition of feminism is equal rights for both men and women. Feminism doesn't mean let's, have, slanted equalities. It's just equality, equal rights for both, or all genders. So I think that if you are, equal rights for both genders, then that technically makes you a feminist, even if you don't like the term feminist, because it's been altered so much by the extreme feminists. Based take. I don't know what that means. I don't know any of the new lingo that people, I'm 19 and, I'm so out of touch. It's unbelievable. Dropping by to say hi. Hello. Where do you buy your posters? I got that in Prog magazine. Got that from the Dark Side of the Moon album. And a viewer actually sent me a lot of these ELP ones. So that King Crimson one came from a box set. What's the point of vinyl? Oh my god, I'm too tired for this. Vinyl is a very good way of just listening to music. It's a great way. I mean, I know I've actually come to the conclusion that CD is almost as good as listening to vinyl, because you can get some very good CD mixes out there. But yeah. Why do you hate the theme park jog? I work in a budget McDonald's. I basically work in McDonald's, and the people that I work with, not my managers, my team leaders, absolutely lovely people. Some of the other people that I work with don't like me being there for some reason. I'm very, very much a different person in reality to how I am on the internet, because, it's a different job. I'm mixing with different people who have no idea about my channel, people who don't know much about music. So it's really weird, like talking to people about music. And then I think no one at work, I think apart from 2 people, know about my YouTube channel because I keep it very much to myself. Yeah, I usually prefer buying physical copies of albums because, as that person said here, it's easier to support artists. A prog musician that you classify as very good looking. Have you got like a day? I can think of so many. I don't know. Does the ice cream machine actually work? It works, but it's very, very faulty. Like you pull down the thing and it explodes. I got loads of ice cream all over my like trousers and shoes today. It was just a nightmare. And yeah, I deal with oh my god, I don't get paid enough for what I do. I literally change bins, and I serve food. I had to clean a bin the other day that had like moldy, wet chicken nuggets at the bottom because someone decided to put all their trash into a bin without a bin liner, so all the gunk got to the bottom of the bin. It was just disgusting. And me and my friend were the only people who decided to clean it out. And then my friend left and decided that she got a better job. So I'm happy for her. My favorite track on Animals. Oh, all of it. Is a vegan working at McDonald's a contradiction? Yes, it is. But I was very desperate for money, and if I said that I didn't want to be somewhere that I can handle meat, I wouldn't have had a job. So I don't work in the kitchen, so I don't actually handle any of it. Thank God. I did on my first couple of days, and I was so close to quitting because I was like, I don't like this. Like, this is against everything I believe in. As soon as the people that I work with found out I was a vegan, I got bullied. But I'm more of a front of house person, so I call out the numbers of people's order, and they come and get their order from me. And I say, do you want any sauce today? And they'll say, yes, I want plenty of ketchup. And that's what I do for $6.56 an hour. What are your co-workers into? Like drill, like UK drill, that kind of music? I don't know if like it's like rap music, I guess. Do I follow the Prog Report? Yes, I do. I follow both Sea of Tranquility and the Prog Report. You should work in a record store. I really want to work in a record store. I've emailed so many of my local record stores, and they just don't have any space. I'd love to work in a record store. Moldy nuggets, yeah. My life dream to probably work in open my own record store. I would love to do that one day, because talking to people about music is something that I'd be good at. I've had enough at working at knockoff McDonald's. I'm trying to stay there for as long as I possibly can, because it's extra money, but I've been working there since October, and obviously the lockdown has meant that I've only just got back like a couple of weeks ago. But they're asking me to do closing shifts and stuff like that. It's gonna be so hard to film, and I've done quite a lot of pre-recordings, but it's very hard to not interact with people as soon as my video goes live. I just sometimes I'll just pop off to the toilet and not even go. I'll just check my phone. Thing is, a lot of people have talked about opening up a Patreon or something like that, or a PayPal thingy, but I just just can't accept money from you guys. I would feel so awful. Like I know that you would do it out of, wanting to support the channel, but supporting the channel, you just need to just interact with my videos. That's enough for me, really. Like, sometimes I consider getting a Patreon, but then I think I don't think I deserve a Patreon. I think that you guys do enough as it is. I'm not a glam metal fan because I actually used to be one, and I just got sick and tired of the music. It was just the same thing over and over. It's a Grateful Dead shirt. Yeah, it's cool. Ever gone camping? Yes, I used to be a part of the Scouts. I was part of the Scouts for so long. And I went on so many week camps and camping outdoors in the middle of nowhere. Me and my boyfriend, my boyfriend has these campings in his garden. Obviously we can't do that at the moment because we can't have many people. You can't have too many people over in the garden. You can't stay over. But hopefully when the summer rolls around, that'd be great. Wow, what a perspective on taking money from fans. Well, I don't want to take money from fans. I can't accept it. It's like when someone will give me like a really good gift, like a really, and I just think I can't accept this. I feel too bad. Like, I don't know. Opinion, I don't use iTunes anymore. The guy who constantly talks about the Straubs is here. Hello. Just one thing to say. I keep saying this to you, and I'm trying to be nice about it, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult because I get so many requests for so many different bands daily, and I'm getting through them all at the moment. And it's not like I've ignored it. I don't ignore comments. I try not to anyway. I read all my comments, and I've read your comments a lot. I'm getting around to it eventually, so it would be nice if you could just stop being a bit nasty on some of my videos just because I'm not listening to the group. That would be very nice. It takes a while for me to listen to new things because I'm slow. Yeah, I was actually considering doing merch, but then again, I'm no designer at all. I can't design logos. I've been trying to design a new logo for my YouTube channel. I just can't. I used to watch that 70s. I used to watch that 70s show. But then it got taken off Netflix. So I never found it funny though. I just found it like amusing. I used to get like clothing ideas from that. I've never been nasty. Well, you've been passive aggressive. That doesn't really go down well with me. So yeah, I'm very sorry, but I've watched the sex education show on Netflix. I do enjoy it. I find it amusing. But yeah, I just, going back to the Patreon thing, I just can't. Favorite animal? Cats. I own 2 and I love them. They're like my little children. I love my cats. I treat them like babies. Do a video on 100 prog music artists. Look, I will get around to your suggestion. I keep commenting this every time you comment on my videos, and I just get the feeling that you're not listening. But but I get so many requests, as I say, and I'm getting through them slowly. It takes a long time for me to listen to new artists because it just does. That's how I work. I'm always open to new music, but it just takes a while for me to actually listen to it. So yeah. Thoughts on Magma? Big fan. Do your cats go outside? I got 2 cats. Yes, they both go outside. Yeah, they've been going. They're 11, going on 12. So they've been going outside ever since they could. They're about 1. Do the video you want. Don't worry about it too much when you can. Yeah. I always pre-record every time I have a day off from my 9 to 5 job, if you will. I film. I dedicate every ounce of my free time to YouTube outside of my working life, outside of working in bootleg McDonald's. Yeah. So I really have I've put so much into this channel and I don't want to let it go. You know, I've gotten so much great reception from so many people, talking to new people about music. That's like one of my favorite things to do. So that's why I started the channel, really. Emerson, Lake and Powell. Yes, I did a review of the album. You wear a McDonald's uniform? No, because it's not McDonald's, really. I mean, it actually used to be a McDonald's, but it's not anymore. It's like the same concept as McDonald's. It pretty much is McDonald's, but it's just not called McDonald's and has different stuff on the menu. Hello from Germany. Hello. That's great. I want this channel to go viral. Thank you very much, Groovy Lisa. Favorite Jethro Tull album? Thick as a Brick. All your free time to YouTube? Yeah, you need. No, I just can't do a Patreon. I just can't. Like, I will consider it. I genuinely will consider it, but it's very. I just feel bad. Oh my gosh, someone donated 100 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. That is very generous. Thanks for the great content. Any thoughts on Devin Townsend? I've definitely heard the name. I've probably heard the music, but I've not listened to an album. But thanks for the very, very generous donation. Do I like U2? There is some tracks I like. What's your favorite? What's your favorite album out of your whole entire collection? Good question. I don't know, actually. I have so many favorite albums, I can't pick one. My girlfriend says prog is stupidly over the top nonsense. Well, sometimes people just have different music tastes. I mean, I've managed to get my boyfriend to like prog, so I'm winning. Happy Earth Day. Oh, Earth Day was a couple of days ago, actually. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Well, post Earth Day. Yes, I have seen that new Genesis live video. It's very crisp and clear. I like the quality. It's very good. I used to be a Kiss fan. I do watch Jack tracks. I do, yes. Right, people, I will probably be off very soon because I'm getting very tired. You should do an episode with Sea of Tranquility. I would love that. I think someone mentioned that in the beginning, but that is something that I would really, really like. I'm a big fan of the channel. Yeah, I don't particularly like Gene Simmons as a person. You know, just doesn't seem like a very nice person, to be honest. I'm sure he probably would let me on. I'm just a very nervous person. I always get scared sometimes. But yeah, I'm probably going in about 5 minutes. So any burning questions you have, ask him now. All he cares about is money and sex. Yep. Yeah, that's it. I mean, over here, it might be 1:32 where you are, but it is 9:33 where I am, and I've been up since 7:30 this morning. Dio. I like Dio, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, Bono is not a very nice person. But you two have got some okay songs. I've actually been told. So someone said, "Do I get told that I look like a celebrity?" People have said that I look like Janis Joplin when I wear my my Afghan coat. So I guess there's one. And you are a kind person. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind. Thank you for doing what you do. It's enjoyable to watch Saturdays. Always happy to help. I don't know how that's going to work when I go off to university. You are very appreciated. Love from the Netherlands. Love right back from London, UK. My favorite Gentle Giant, least favorite Gentle Giant album. I didn't like Civilian too much. I mean, it was alright, but it was a bit too 80s-ish, poppy-ish for me. I actually had no idea that the Oscars were on tonight. I don't keep up. I don't keep up with anything film related. What do you plan to study? Music production. That is my thing. My thing I'm good at. Best innocent smoothie flavor. It's a good question, actually. There's so many flavors. I love all the innocent smoothies. They're very good. Do you like The Power and the Glory? Yep, great album. Ultimate spinach. I like spinach. It's got a load of iron in it. I've got an iron deficiency. You should review some Iron Maiden. I should. The Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is my favorite Iron Maiden album. I've been thinking of it, of reviewing it. Oh yeah, Logic Pro is definitely my choice of DAW. Favorite Maynard lyric? Oh god, anything off 10,000 Days. Does your dad like metal too? I mean, I've gotten him into metal. I mean, he liked Black Sabbath before, but I mean, I've got him into like Iron Maiden and Metallica and stuff. Usually it's the other way around. But favorite song to play on bass? At the moment, it's Starless, but there are some other great ones to play. We played The Chain live, Silly Lobster. That's the name of the group. You can, if you type in on YouTube, you'll find it. It's literally the first one, probably the first thing. The quantity of iron in spinach is exaggerated. Oh, I didn't know that. Favorite Marillion album? Script for Justice Tia. Favorite Beatles song? Oh, so many. So many great Beatles songs out there. Probably Fool on the Hill. I'm a big fan of Magical Mystery Tour, so. Well, King Crimson's just fallen down. Blue Tack's just going all wacky. All right. All right, everyone. So I'm probably going to be off now because I'm very, very tired. I hope that you guys had a good time. I'm sorry if I didn't answer your questions. This thing moves very, very quickly. So if I didn't answer your questions, I'm very, very sorry. But this moves very, very fast, so I only can kind of read them at once. But yeah, until the next time, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. Check out the Spotify playlists I've been doing if you are a Spotify user. I use Spotify on the go. And yeah, thanks for all the very, very kind comments. I appreciate every single one of you. I know every YouTuber says that, but I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know, I would not be in this sitting on my bed right now talking to 120 people if it wasn't for all of you guys. So thank you very, very much for subscribing, sticking around, and enjoying the content. And I have so many good plans for this channel. I've got so many cool series coming up. So yeah, that is something you can look forward to. My name on Spotify, for the person who's asked, is Neve the Prog Nerd, although on all of my kind of recent videos, I've left a link to the playlists, so you can check them out there. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Now I sound like a smoker.